YouTubers, this is Moose here with the failure of the day. As you know, I've done about a 6-part series on building this log splitter, mainly out of leftovers and scrap. And I was shaking out the problems today. A few leaks here and there, normal stuff. Then I had a major failure. As you know from the other videos, I wasn't happy with the head design. I kind of inherited that head welded on in the middle. Well, it failed today. I was splitting this log. This is what we call here an iron oak. There's some species of red oak. I'm not sure what it is. They call it iron oak here. And it's pretty darn tough. You see where I made an indentation? And the head failed. It flew off. That's an inch thick steel. Welded quite a bit. We threw a few extra welds on there, not much. But you can see in there there's some rust where the penetration wasn't that good. But that's just, it looks like it crystallized is what I'm going to say. Is this metal crystallized from too much weld. So, it only flew a few feet. But here we are. Close up look of the split. The head was doing fine. Made a few tweaks on it, but I just don't like this single post head when you're doing multi splits. And one thing, I like flat wood. That's why I've got those are flat. I like my wood to be kind of square because it fits in my furnace better, and I can stack it in there real good. So back to the drawing board. I'm gonna make a 2-post head. Got a 1-inch thick steel each side, and do a few modifications. I guess it saved me from having to cut the head off to redo it. I just want to see what it did. But other than that, these are some log tongs I got off of eBay. They're really pulling tongs. I'm not happy with them. They've got some other types out there for more lifting. I'm going to switch that out. This crane here, I got it off eBay. It actually was it's a Pro Hoist. It's Pro Hoist 2000. I'm real happy with it. I bought it cheaper than I can make it. Harbor Freight 2-ton ATV winch with remote control setup. I'm so far real happy with it. I had to replace the relays in here. I got online, everyone said the relays are horrible. I bought some relays, some higher quality relays, haven't had a problem. We got a 6-inch bore cylinder. This is our Predator engine in here, Harbor Freight. The problem I've had with it smoking a little bit, on the oil dipstick, it says full, but it's actually over full. So if you're doing that engine, you gotta, this dipstick's not correct. There's a fuel tank. This is a hoss of a battery, came out of an industrial machine we dismantled. Tank from it's actually off of a big paint rig in a plant. I got this valve off of eBay. This probably does not have big enough working ports for my cylinder. And then of course I inherited this slide. We've already bent it a little bit. It's going to get rebuilt. So, got a few minutes of splitting in there before it died. There's another view. And it made quite a pop. That's how far it flew, not too far. Just a little more post-mortem on this head that ripped off. You can see here, had decent penetration on the last weld on this side here, even around through here. Now we come to this side, and you can see where the last 2 courses of weld through here did not have good penetration. Now, when the welds below this did, but for some reason it was probably the angle of the rod was not proper, and so these two last courses did not get penetration. So it's kind of interesting to see after something fails where there was penetration, where there wasn't. And you get back down in here, and you can see we got back into penetrating through there. So that's pretty interesting. You know, that wasn't the total cause of the failure, but that's look at how something penetrated in that metal. And I've seen this failure before here with a good penetration still ripping, but that was pretty good right there. So proper welding techniques, you know, that's improper. Over here we had some proper. I'll keep you updated on my new head here. It's going to be put on there. There it is. So here in a few weeks or a month we'll get a new head put on it and try it out again. I'm real happy with everything except that. We've got quite a few hours in it, just doing it in our spare time, and try not to spend a lot of money on it. I probably got about 500 bucks, not including the engine and pump. So the engine was, I don't know, Harbor Freight, 600 bucks. The pump was 300 bucks. Then I had to buy some fittings and that crane. So we cut the cost down a lot by just doing leftovers and repurposing. Talk to you later.